So moving straight on from the last video, in this video we're going to destroy the cube which our script is attached to with a mouse click. So to do this we just need to add a little bit more code to our script, to the same script. So we'll comment out this line, and a comment in C# is just 2 slashes, just like in JavaScript. And then down below we're going to add a new function called void mouse on mouse down. So that's very similar again to P5. You can see that the autocomplete created the whole function for me, and you can also see that this is saying it's a private function, and what that means is that the function is not going to be accessible by any other scripts anywhere in my Unity program, which is actually fine in this instance. And so now we just need to take our destroy this game object and add it inside the mouse down function, and then when we run our scene, we should be able to click somewhere in the scene and watch the cube disappear. So let's let that compile and then run it. So here's my scene running. Now if I click on the cube, it disappears on the mouse down. If I click somewhere else, the cube won't disappear, so it's only detecting a click on the actual object that the script is attached to. Let's go back to our script and edit it, and this time what we'll do is use an input key to remove the cube. So we'll write a new function, and this time we will use the space bar to destroy the cube. Now previously we added the mouse down event listener underneath update and also underneath start, but this time if we want to detect a key press, we need to detect that key press on every frame to listen to when the key press might happen. So in this instance we'll put it inside update, and so we'll say, and we'll use an if statement, and an if statement is structured in exactly the same way as you would write it in P5. So you can see it's an if with the brackets which contain the condition, and then the curly braces that contain the code that you are going to execute if the condition is true. And the condition that we are testing for is an input dot get key down, which I may have a shortcut for. There we go. And it's a specific key that we're after, so we will look for the key code, and in fact what we're after is the key code space. So it's the space bar, and then we're missing a bracket there, I've just noticed. So and then what we're going to do is the same thing. We're going to destroy the game object. So I'm just going to add my code there, and then when we run this, what we should see is the cube disappear on a click with the space bar. So here's our scene running, and I'm just going to press the space bar and the cube disappears. You need to make sure that you're in game view, not in scene view, and that your scene is in focus. So you might need to click somewhere on it with your mouse. You can see that that worked pretty perfectly. So in the next video we'll start looking at how to use variables inside the Unity C# script and how they might be useful in your scene and game-based environment.